You know what? Just I want to pose a question to the audience, and please be honest. Do you embrace negativity or do you embrace positivity? I want y'all to be real. You know, and kind of ironic. Oh man, a great partner. We were just talking about between inspiration versus influence and environments and all that. And I kind of admit the environment that I grew up around, sorry, very toxic. But I'm slowly learning to overcome these things, slowly. It's like therapy of itself to actually be positive. I know that's like, especially if you're in the music business, entertainment business, that's what's being, shoved down people's throat, that negativity sells, And what to say about this, you know what I'm saying? Sorry you can't hardly see, but my eye because due to the fog or so. Oh my eyes, that shit. I wear my glasses all day. I got my eyes start getting kind of a bit blurry, that. Yeah, so back I was saying, so do you embrace negativity or positivity, And if, for once, as a recording artist and songwriter, now song publisher, have my own publishing company now, determined to be something. So yeah, and it's a controversial kind of topic because I have no way to come off anything besides I have to tell it like it is. It feels good that I can actually be in a whole new light, like, you know what I'm saying? Which actually around I was in the studio a couple of days ago. What up, brother? Just want to let you know, but it was actually kind of funny. Say he don't want to hear all that cursing and that thuggish, ruggish kind of mess anymore, which is basically, unfortunately, I grew up, nearly 20, like it's been 17 years since I've been on YouTube and all that in 2007, and that's almost 20 years, that's a testament, that's a scary testament of itself, to be 20, almost 17 years, that's half my life, and there wasn't not a lot of good influences in that kind of field either, unfortunately, but I'm slowly learning that instead, it's the first time I actually could be my true self instead of wearing a mask or masking, personas, whatever you want to call it, fake it to make it, And the reason I'm making this compelling video because, well, on the contrary, it's a controversial kind of topic because this must be being sold to, young men coming up, especially, I have great influences, like outside of that. But musical wise, oh no. It was like very seldom few, but most it was negative, Now I'm looking back at it. And of course, in order to use a facilities, you gotta play your part. You gotta, however you gotta do to fit in. And it sucks to say that, but it's better than no studio time. So now, realize that words do have power, you know what I'm saying? Instead of hurting people, hurting each other, trying to heal, I know that's not. It's kind of fun because I'm working to deprogram a lot of my beliefs and views on things, It's kind of fun. I said this is more therapeutic than actually going to therapy, Music, I kind of admit I use music as a coping mechanism because, well, truth be told, I don't think I'm ready to take my cold medicine. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, jeez, people are bumping into me. Oh, manners. My bad, y'all. Yeah, anyways, for the young youth, well, I have to say those who want to be in the music business or entertainment business and so forth, it is contradiction, I will give you that, you know what I'm saying? But Martell, if I talk about some positivity, uplifting stuff, it ain't gonna get played, it ain't gonna get those sales or anything. I was in that same exact shoes, So you kind of forced to play in negative, stereotypes and stuff like that. Even though I'm not thuggish myself, but so you have to play the part, unfortunately. Excuse me for a moment. Sorry. Ooh, I'm like coughing and spitting and stuff. Excuse me. So yeah. And I'm starting to it even hurts me growing the perception. I was raised around men, and sad to say, what's good with my dad, my uncle, and my pastor. My dad, my pastor, rest in peace or so. But I also grew up around the streets or so I pick up a lot of questionable things basically. And now, just turned 34 in November, being in my mid-30s and stuff, and I realized, someone told me, what if you have kids watching and all that? You have women watching, you have very impressionable minds watching. I say, and this one, I was actually getting conflict about this because of my music, our music basically, my partners. Oh, you're disrespectful to women. Of course, I hear that all the time, unfortunately, too. So it's like, do I just play Will Smith then? It's kind of fun. I was watching videos how they say hip-hop hate Will Smith, how corny and fake he sounds and stuff like that. But no, Will Smith just being himself, and he is a very questionable person. But as far as that I had to say about that, yeah, I did make a video about his wife and all that. Look like Fat Joe. No offense, though. On the contrary, though, funny contrary, I actually like Will Smith as just his music and his movies. That's all. His acting career, that's legendary. You know what I'm saying? And I will give that up to Will Smith, but the reason I say, because I guess around my new producer was talking about, you sound like you're a positive rapper and all that. It was actually kind of conflicted to make a video about this too. It's like, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but it's like, I even said a profound question to the brother too, and also my partners too. It's like, what happened if people don't accept me for who I am, So it sounds like it's like a forced masking coping mechanism and all that. I don't knock anything, call it for what it is, but I do recognize the audience. I listen to your comments, I read your comments, and I said this back sometime last year or two about am I a good influence or a bad influence, And I'm always worried about these things, because I'm always worried about statistics and stereotypes and stuff like that. So I do be aware of what I be saying and portraying. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm at a point. I don't care about street stuff no more. To a degree. I do care what's happening in the streets. I do care what's going on in the streets. But it's time to grow up. It's time for maturity. I'm in my mid-30s or so. And on the contrary. Oh, it's getting ready to snow. Oh yeah, got the snow truck out here. Woo! Woo! They got the snow trucks out here. Yes, so I'll probably give me a cup of coffee so I can take my medicine. Yeah, so I'm always very wary about views, perceptions, and stuff like that. Could also be in a studio. I hate to play this stereotype. But Martell, if you be all positive and peace and uplifting and all that, you won't make no sales. That's okay. I had to make a painful sacrifice for this too. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not trying to be, I realize very painfully too, I'm not trying to be mainstream, you know what I'm saying? Despite YouTube is mainstream, just being real. I'm very wary of consequences, Everything what we say and do on social media is permanent, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful of your words, be mindful of what you say, be careful what you say, because the powers that be is listening to your conversations, tap your phone, tap internet, tap everything compromised, unfortunately. Call me what you want, but I had to think about long-term factors, what happened, how to deal with a career, how to deal with, important people and all that, and this come back to bite me in what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be, anything, just trying to be myself, I'm trying to find myself, I'm trying to find who I am. In the last posing the question, I say, I'm trying to understand you as an audience, I'm trying to understand you as a community, and I know I've been kind of neglectful of that too. I do read your comments, I do respond to your comments, I know I'm trying to understand. I actually say this on Twitter, I say I'm trying to understand psychology, I'm trying to understand people, where y'all go through with y'all battles and all that. I want to know one person at the end of the day. Anyways, Martell Zephyr out. Later.